Hey there YouTubes, hey there YouTube. So I got a little something here. So you can see that I've been pushing along with my base here, and I got my Minotaur up a little higher. So you can see he's level 91 and he's got a ridiculous amount of HP for being such a low level toon. But yeah, he's doing awesome. He's easily holding his weight. I think I'm actually going to be able to just do H with just these guys now. Probably soon because of that. He just stuns everything, and everything that's not flying, of course, but it's pretty crazy what he can do. So yeah, it's fun though. So that's not what I came here to talk about though. I came here to talk about might, some issues with might and some issues with heroes. So let me explain some things. So first of all, obviously when you're trying to get might, you're trying to get up to the next level, and you're trying to boost your might most efficient way possible. And usually boosting might, the easiest way to do it is with heroes. Now, not every hero is equal. So let's talk about this a little bit. So let's take a look at the only spot where you can really see. Here's one complaint. You cannot see which heroes have what might in here. If you can, I'm really being blind about it. Maybe you can. I don't know. But no, I don't see might anywhere in here. Maybe I'm being truly blind. But you can see the might, so you can see that's my my Thunder God here. And what's his might? What is he worth to me? How much might does he add? Well, I don't know. Well, the way you can find out is over here with the hero base. You're going to see that he adds 1,165 might. And that's, that's something good to know. That's, 1,000 my might from this large chunk of might over here is what that particular hero adds to it. Now let's take a look at my hero altar. So since I'm using heroes to boost my might, well, I got all these paladins here. Which one of these paladins is actually providing the most might boosts to me? Oh, well, or should they be giving all the same might? Well, some have some talents, like this one has a 3 of 9, and this one does not, probably. But which one actually gives more might? Well, that's a good question. So, glad you asked. There's also some other interesting things here. Let's take a look at things that we didn't boost any might on. They just, what's the difference between this werewolf or, no, let's go for something that there's only 2 of. Or maybe, we got 2. We got 2 executioners here. So, what's the difference between these 2 executioners? Are they the exact same might? Well, this one's got 1 of 5 revive, and this one has a 2 of 5 blade shell. Okay, so which one's going to have more might? They have the exact same skill level, but the secondary skill level is different, and it's a different secondary skill. Now, of course, there's probably a chart somewhere, but here's the biggest problem. Let's say I want to get rid of one of them. So I want to consume. So I go over here, you can take a look, and we're about to consume it. Now, which one is the cruddy one? Which one is the good one? Which one has the skill that sucks? Which one has the skill that's good? Which one is going to drop my might significantly? Which one is going to keep my might where it is? You can't tell. And the only way you can tell is if you come over here to a base and you plop it in. So you take up a hero base and then you throw her in. Then still, you can't tell. See, this one's 126, 146. Okay, so this one has more might, so it's worth more to me. But is that really my lowest might one? Well, we could find out by going through each of the blues. So right now, the lowest right now is 126. So there's 132. That's a little low, but ooh, that one's really high. That one's really, really high. That's nice. So there you go. Still 126 is also, we got a low werewolf here that's matched at 126. Okay. So that's 126 too. So there's 2 werewolves at 126. Alright, there's also a shaman at 126. Whole bunch of shamans at 126. So you can pretty much get rid of shamans. We know that because that. Okay, let's take a look at over here. So 126 on that as well. 146. So there's a difference between those two. And 126 over here. So there's some bad ones mixed in with good ones. Now that's a very important thing if you're trying to boost your might. Because you want to keep the things that have more might value. Let's go back and look at those paladins as well. So let's come over here to the paladins, and here's our paladin lineup. We got a whole bunch of them, right? But which one is what? So let's take a quick peek. So this one's 482, that one's 365. Whoa, big, massive difference between the two, right? Yeah, wouldn't that be nice to know if you wanted to get rid of one? Which one has more might? Now, say if you were smurfing and trying to keep your might lower, wouldn't you want to know that as well? Just saying. So, you take a look, and some of them have really low might, and some of them have pretty high might. That makes a big difference, doesn't it? And knowing which one to keep and which one to get rid of. So, let's go back to our little 2 example here. Well, a sort of a way around it is either leveling one up that you know. So you can see that it has a skill there. So the revive one is lower than the blade shell, or whatever that is. So this one is going to be the suckier one. And that's how you know it. So one way of sort of knowing which one to get rid of, but doesn't help you if you have a ton of them. So like I showed the example of the werewolves over here, I got a ton of them, and some are at low might, some are at higher might. Like that one has a good chunk of might on it, but this one has a little bit of might on it. So it's much harder to do this trick with the werewolves, but you can use this trick with these 2 here. So keep the one that has the high might on the hero base. That way it can't be consumed. And also, if you wanted to, you could also do a similar kind of trick with the werewolves, but it's a little bit more tricky because you'd have to then do it in towers. So you'd have to mark down on a piece of paper. Well, let's see. The one with slow sucks. Get rid of it. The one with, no, that's fine. Slow. Oh, but there's 2 with slow. So there's that one, and there's this one. Most likely this one has a higher secondary skill value. So that's how you're going to tell the difference between these. So the one with the lower skill of slow, get rid of. And that. So then what you got to try and do is, but then how do you know the real difference between the low secondary skill and the high secondary skill? It's sort of a guesswork when you try and go for between these 2. When you're going to try and figure out which one to sacrifice between these 2. Now, of course, you can throw it into you can purposely throw this one in a hero base and then throw all the rest of them into a tower. And that way you can guarantee that you're going to be eliminating this one once you take it out of the hero base. So then put all the rest of the werewolves into a tower, and then all that's going to be left is this one and this one on the hero base. And then take that one off the hero base and use the consume to just consume that one. That is a way around it. So that's sort of, now you have to use a combination of your hero base and your towers to properly consume heroes that you don't want. And that's sort of a workaround to this. So this one is a cruddy one. So let's just keep that one there. And we know that that one we want to get rid of, but we don't want to get rid of this one. And the only way we can guarantee that we don't do it, because when you're consuming things, you don't see their powers, you don't see their might, you don't see anything of real value. You have to really futz around with things to know you're sacrificing the proper thing. So let's sort of try and do that now. So we got that werewolf here that we know we want to get rid of. and you know that the rest you'd like to keep. So what you got to do is then go over to an arrow tower. Of course, this only is going to be really pointful for people trying to boost their might or trying not to get rid of a particular hero. So this is only going to come around when you want to sacrifice things. But it could be pointful for people who are trying to keep their might low, but have a ton of low-level, let's say, druids, because they're getting free druids every month, and they want to know which one's the good one. I don't want to sacrifice the other druid because, you know, but I still want to keep it at level 1. But how to know which one to sacrifice? This is the same kind of methodology you would use for that. So you just throw that one in there, and then do the same thing again and again and again and again until it's filled up with all your werewolves. And then you go to another tower and do the exact same thing. And now we've selected all the werewolves. So now the only werewolf that is left is the one that's on the hero base, the one that we want to kill. So now we can, well, anything, you can put anything in that hero base, it doesn't matter. Here, sure, we'll put that there. Doesn't matter. So what we care about now and how to get rid of that one particular werewolf, because you can see the reason why this comes into play is I have no more hero spaces. None. It is full. So here I'll show you a problem. Daily reward. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. No, come on. So the problem here is you want to get rid of the one that sucks. And how do you know which one is the one that sucks and is not helping you in your boosting might? Well, or trying to keep your might low and get rid of a cruddy one versus getting rid of a good one that has a good skill. So cause here we're going to consume, and you don't see what skills are on the particular things. You don't know which one's the good one. You don't know which one's the bad one. There's no real good information here so you can just make your decision. But now we know beyond a doubt that this one is the one that needs to be killed off. Because of the hero base method and the tower method, where you put all the rest of them in towers and just the one that you want to get rid of on that hero base. And then you leave them in the towers and you take that one out of the hero base. Now you know for sure that the one that you want to sacrifice is there. It's a lot of work to try and get rid of one thing. And this could hold true for if you're full up on legendary heroes and you really don't want to get rid of one that's, you know, decent, and you want to put in one that's going to get you more of a might boost. So, and at some point that will become a thing unless they expand the amount of heroes in Altar again. So this is sort of a workaround to it. It's not fun, but it's what you got to do. And then, ta-da, I can consume it. Ta-da, it's done. But that's the kind of work you got to do to figure out what's, you know, good to get rid of and what's good to keep. So, yeah, that's the problem with it. Oh no, my might went down again. Just a little bit, so you can see that I'm teetering on the edge there. So if I get rid of one, it puts me under a little bit. So I'm back under, and it's going to be easy for people to attack me again. But because it's giving me, you know, a good chunk of honor badges there, I can purposely boost something else up a little higher. So it's fine. So, in conclusion, it sucks doing all that work to just try and figure out which one you want to consume. It'd be nice, sort of, if they could put in something so you can see like what you're consuming, so you know the particular talent level as well. So if they had like something in the corner, like in the top right hand corner, for this paladin per se, just to say, have like a picture of its talent, like a little mini picture of the talent, and to maybe just have like a, you know, like they even have for my hero here, a 4 of 9. We know that it's of 9, so why don't they just put like a number and a picture? So like 4 and a picture. That would work great for the paladins if I wanted to sacrifice a particular one. So that way you know which one you're getting rid of. It would take me forever, because I'd have to put one into a hero base, and then I'd have to put the rest into a tower. And that would take a while to do. So it's a little annoying when it could just have a picture and let you know, and maybe even let you know the might level. Like in the middle of the frame, say it's might. And with that, I would then know, well, that one's got a lot of might. I want to keep it. Or that one has a particular talent that's also a very high level talent. I want to keep it. It's just something. It's a small complaint, or maybe not a complaint, a suggestion to make it better, make it easier. I'm sure other people have ran into this. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Maybe other people have complained before. I haven't taken a peek. I'm never on the forums, and I only watch a few other videos from other people, so maybe they've complained, maybe they haven't. I don't know. But this is the workaround that I use, so maybe someone else already came up with it. But this is how I do it and how it works. So that's how I know what to get rid of. Alright, so I believe I have another thing you can consume now too. Consume. Come on. There you go. Eat. Be merry. I really want to get this guy up higher. Man, him stunning pretty much everything on that battlefield is ridiculous. And him going into a dungeon and stunning everything is ridiculous. And him in arena is ridiculous. He stuns all their team. Oh, it's awesome. And steals their energy. So it's crazy. This guy is overpowered. I love him. But yeah, so that's just sort of the thing with consuming stuff. And one of the issues related to it. So now we can take all these things out. I believe we put in that tower. And then you got to go back and do it again. So we said that there's 2 of them that were like that. But I'm not going to... I only needed space for one thing. And that's sort of the workaround that you got to do to figure out which hero that you're actually trying to get rid of. Oh, it's not fun, but it's doable. So let me put back there what needs to go there, which is Minotaur. And now we want to boost up something, so I need to boost something. La 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 la. Thunder God. I think that Thunder God had a decent secondary talent. If he didn't, oh well. So, yep. That's sort of the thing. That's what you gotta know, and how to play around with your heroes to properly boost your might, or to properly keep your might lower, and knowing which hero that you, because maybe you're smurfing and you got a ton of legends at one, and you're wondering which one is the one that's the good one. Well, that's how you find out, and that's how you get rid of the cruddy ones. But you have to be very careful, very careful. It sucks consuming heroes that you didn't want to consume, so try and not do that. But there you go. Hopefully this was a little helpful hint for those people with really high might, and a small update on my account. I'll be back at the other level again momentarily. I'll have, I'm gonna purposely level this one up a little bit, and ta-da, I'll be back over the line. I just wanted to have one space open for the daily rewards. I was quickly boosting my might, and I needed that one just to push me over the line. But now I can, level something else. So, there you go. Just wanted to show you that. And, well, hopefully this was slightly informative for you and a little useful. Maybe a little update on my main to show you how far it's coming along. I can't do a G for you, but yeah. Or an H. But yeah, this is, I like this base design. It's been doing good for G and H for me. So, this has been pretty good base for me so far, and I think it's going to become even better once I get the 6th hero spot. And as you can see, I'm trying to get there. I'm leveling all these stupid things to try and get them up to the high level that it needs to be. But like I said, it's probably a month out before I'll have that completed, before I have the 6th base. But there you go. Just wanted to show you guys this, and have a good one. Have a good one. See you soon. See you soon.